I'd like to call the May 5th meeting for the Northumberland County Board of Elections to order. If you could all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Is there any public input on agenda items for elections only? Okay. We need a motion to approve and dispense with the reading of the minutes of the February 3rd Election Board meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Any comments on the question? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. Thank you very much. There are a number of announcements today, but I'm going to ask first, Lindsay, do you have anything for us for today?
I don't.
Everything's good to go?
Yep, announcements are going to cover pretty much everything.
Okay. All right. May 4th, 2026 was the last day to register before the primary. May 12th, 2026 is the last day to apply for mail-in or civilian absentee ballots, which must be received by 5 p.m. May 19th, 2026 is the last day for County Board of Elections to receive voted mail-in and civil absentee ballots. They must be received by 8 p.m. May 19th, 2026 is the municipal primary. So county employees, thankfully, are stepping up again. We appreciate them helping us to keep that labor as low as possible and delivering all those machines. Our staff really goes above and beyond to make sure all of that happens. And then they'll be there late that night as well. May 20th, 2026 is the first day to register after the primary. May 26, 2026 is the last day for the County Board of Elections to receive voted military and overseas absentee ballots, and those must be submitted for delivery no later than 11:59 p.m. on May 18th, 2026. Mail-in and absentee ballots have been transmitted to voters who requested them, received them 4/24, and we had about 2,000 of them out by 4/28, 2026. Machine testing has been completed. As of 4/22, 2026, the machines are ready for delivery. Elections advertisements will be posted in newspapers the Saturday before the election, May 16th, 2026, to include the polling place locations as well as the candidates on the ballot. Any additional announcements or old business? New business or additional public input? Okay, seeing none, I will call for a recess.
I'd like to call the order the public meeting, Northumberland County Commissioners Public Meeting, Tuesday, May 5th, 2026. Okay, to begin today, we are trying each month to have one of our departments speak and let the people know what we're doing in those departments. And today, we're very lucky to have Janelle up from our Tax Claim Bureau, who runs our auctions and everything else.
Thank you. Okay. Just to give an update on tax claims, at this point, collections that we have done for all 3 municipalities, as of close of business yesterday, we are at $3,448,000 since January 1st. We had a little change in our office. We had an employee of 17 years retire last year. So we have a new employee who's doing very well. She's here almost 6 months, so I think we'll keep her. Upcoming, we have a hearing this Thursday to set our date for our judicial sale. Tentatively, that'll be June 19th, as long as the judge permits. And that'll be a joint sale, a judicial and repository sale. At this point, we only have 22 parcels being offered on the judicial end of it, and 4 parcels being offered for repository. So we've kind of had a flip over the last 2-3 years. Upset sales were always, we'd sell like maybe 8. This past year, we sold 66 at our upset sale. So people seem to be taking more of a risk and buying at upset sale, which is not free and clear, which is changing a lot of the dynamic within our office. The judicial and repository are free and clear. As of yesterday, we potentially have about 2,022 parcels that are in jeopardy of going into our upset sale this September, which is only about 12 less than where we were this time last year. So we're right pretty much in line with numbers. Last year, when we generated the sale June 1st, which is when the sales costs start getting added, we started with about 1,500. So over the next 3 weeks, we're probably going to have about 500 parcels come off that potential list by people coming in and either paying in full or doing payment plans. So we have a busy 3 weeks ahead of us. Once we generate the sale, everything starts going out. Sale notices go out. Last year, we posted about 802 parcels for the sale. We advertised in August about 337 parcels, and the day of the sale, we were down to 92 parcels. So over, June 1st to September 25th is when our tentative date will be. We're going from almost 1,500 parcels down to under 100. So there's a lot of payment plans, and again, payment in full in that process and processing people. Currently as well, I'm working on the distribution from our upset sale of last year. Of the 66 we sold, we had 37 that had overbid. Despite everybody's assumptions, we don't get to keep that overbid. I then get to pay any bills that can be paid that were held against the property that we sold. So I'm pretty close to getting that completed, that we can get that money distributed out as well. We're not exciting up there, but we're busy.
Thank you for doing such a critical piece of role in our county.
Numbers.
How about Francis and Mackenzie? Any questions? No?
No? Okay. Okay. Biggest thing is if anybody wants to avoid even being pulled into upset sale and getting those costs, get in and do their payment plans or pay in full by May 29th, which is the last Friday of the month.
And we are impressed with your tan. You must be out golfing. Okay. Thank you, Janelle. Great job.
Janelle, I get excited about your
Do you
office.
get excited about
I
my
do.
office?
I love
Not
the
many
tax
people
claims.
do.
I love the tax claims office. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Okay, Nathan, we are at citizens input, okay?
At this point, we'll ask for citizens' input regarding agenda items only. Okay, hearing and seeing none, a motion is needed to approve and dispense with the reading of the minutes of the Commissioners' Public Meeting, which was held on Tuesday, April 7th, 2026.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
A motion is needed to pay all county and liquid fuels payrolls as submitted by the Human Resource Office for payroll number 8 in the amount of $767,786.72, and payroll number 9 in the amount of $753,980.94.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Motion is needed to pay all county and liquid fuels bills as submitted by the County Controller in the amount of $5,520,931.58 from April 4th, 2026 to May 1st, 2026.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Under announcements, a work session will be held on Tuesday, May 19th, 2026, beginning at 10 a.m. in the Commissioners' Conference Room. The next regular public meeting will be held on Tuesday, June 2nd, 2026 at 1 p.m. in the Public Meeting Room at the Administration Center located at 399 Stadium Drive in Sunbury. Prison Board meeting will be held on Wednesday, May 6th, 2026 at 11 a.m. at the Administration Center, 399 Stadium Drive in Sunbury. The Northumberland County Courthouse, Administration Center, and related county facilities will be closed on Monday, May 25th, 2026 in observance of the Memorial Day holiday. And acknowledging receipt of a letter notifying the county that New Enterprise Stone and Lime Co., Inc. would like to renew their mineral agreement through April 27th, 2027. Acknowledge the receipt of 2 qualified bids for farmland leasing, one each for each parcel known as the Bacon site, and the other as the Four Seasons site. The assessment office will be closed Friday, July 12th, 2026 due to mandatory training. A motion is needed to approve the chairperson to execute the state tax equalization voucher for transfers of real estate for the month of March 2026 as submitted by the assessment office.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to approve the employee status sheet list of new hires, individuals no longer employed, promotions, demotions, and transfers as item number 1 through 31.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to approve the following reports. These include the coal royalty report as submitted by the county engineer, the Tax Claims Bureau report, and the monthly fiscal status reports from the Weatherization Department.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to approve the renewal of an agreement with Ursula Q. Kessler to provide title search services to the Tax Claims Bureau of Northumberland County.
So moved.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Motion is needed to approve the renewal of an agreement with Andrea L. Pencil to provide title search services to the Tax Claims Bureau of Northumberland County. This is a ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Motion is needed to approve the execution by the Commissioners of the letter of engagement with Vincent W. Revito Jr. as Solicitor for the Tax Claims Bureau and Assessment Offices. This is a
So
ratification.
moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Motion is needed to approve the following amendment in addition to the Northumberland County Personnel Manual as listed. This includes an amended policy number WA-7.0, Section 4B, accrual of vacation time, specifically numbers 3 and number 7, an addition of policy per DCED funding requirements, policy number GI-5.0, and included whistleblower policy.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to authorize the chairperson to execute the agreement with Axon Enterprise, Inc. on behalf of the District Attorney's Office for Discovery and Investigations, and this is a ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to authorize the chairperson to execute the quote from Stryker for AED replacement.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to authorize the execution by the chairman of the State and Local Cybersecurity Grant Program, SLCGP, under Federal Grant Award EMW-2024-CY05265 for performance period 12/1/2025 to 11/30/2028, PMED number C95000563 for $9,872.42.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to authorize the chairperson to execute the application for senior judge chambers and support staff, application for senior judge reimbursable costs for calendar year 2025 totaling $15,912. This is ratification.
Moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to award the bids for the leasing of 2 tracts of farmland in Northumberland County to Robert C. Snyder Farms for Bacon Site and Strauss Farms for the Four Seasons site as recommended by the Northumberland County Engineer Chuck Hopta Jr. This is a ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion is needed to authorize the chairperson to execute the government quotation and license agreement between Vexel Imaging US, Inc. and Northumberland County on behalf of the Assessment and GIS departments at a cost of $35,633.88.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to authorize the chairman to execute a sales order agreement with TOPP Business Solutions for the purchase of a Kyocera copier model number MZ4001I on behalf of the Public Defender's Office at a cost of $5,885.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And as a note, Mr. Chairman, the copier model number listed was purchased with grant money for the Public Defender's Office. A motion is needed to approve the estimate received from Eco Air Mechanical Services LLC to replace indoor evaporator coils in carrier rooftop unit and recharge unit with retrofit refrigerant R-427A located at the Northumberland County Administration Center, and this is at a cost of $6,336, and this is a ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Megan, you're a little late on that.
It
one.
was.
Go ahead.
A motion is needed to authorize the Commissioners to execute the purchase of a service agreement with Lori Smoogen to provide budget and accounting services to the county's 911 and emergency service departments, and this is a ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, and we have a cap on that too, right, Nathan?
We do
Yep,
both
both
total and hours.
Right, okay. All in favor state aye. Motion carries.
A motion is needed to approve the execution of the 2025-2026 Hazardous Materials Emergency Preparedness Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency PEMA grant agreement for the grant award of $12,000 on behalf of public safety. This is a ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye. Motion carries.
Motion is needed to authorize the execution of the 2026-2027 Hazardous Materials Grant application on behalf of public safety ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion is needed to authorize the execution of the 2026-2027 Radiological Emergency Response Fund grant application on behalf of public safety, and this is a ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Number 28, I'd like to table that motion to our next meeting, I believe. I just have questions on the out-of-pocket expenses. I want to we either have to put a limit on that or get a better idea what that would all include, and how much, what we're talking about as far as money-wise. I don't think we can move forward with this because those questions. So I request that we table that.
A motion, so I would second that. I'll second that.
That's a motion Joe made, Vince, so he can make that
Motion
motion.
to
The
table
table number 28, Joe, right?
Yep,
28. And we're going to check on the out-of-pocket expenses. Megan seconded that. Does anybody have any questions? And of course, the reason is we want to make sure what the out-of-pocket expenses
They
might
could
be and
be,
with a cap on
it
it.
could be $100,000,
Right.
you know?
So the motion is to table it. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Not that they will be, but you never know. Okay.
Okay, also, we need to, Mr. Chairman, jump back to number 27, so I'll entertain a motion to authorize the execution of the Hazardous Material Response Fund grant application on behalf of public safety, and that's ratification.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, that was Joe, you jumped on that one. You went too soon, but good job anyway. We weren't on the one you wanted to change. But all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
A motion is needed to approve the following proclamations, certificates of recognition, and certificates of achievement. These include proclamations for both Community Action Month in May of 2026 and Mental Health Awareness Month, May of 2026.
And Nathan's going to read these at this time? And we have people here to accept them, too? Okay.
And so, for Community Action Month, whereas Community Action creates pathways to prosperity by helping hardworking families achieve economic independence rather than keeping them reliant on governmental assistance, and whereas Community Action is built on innovative, responsive, and efficient programs that are uniquely tailored to meet local needs, and whereas Community Action delivers high-impact, cost-effective results that generate a significant return on investment for local communities, and whereas Community Action empowers people by offering job training and career development skills, equipping them with essential skills and support needed to thrive in the workplace, whereas community action agencies are trusted pillars of the community that engage volunteers who donate their time to advance local progress, support working families, and contribute to lasting community success, and whereas community action programs are both necessary and effective, delivering high-quality assistance that strengthens community resilience and fosters local prosperity. Therefore, the Board of Commissioners of Northumberland County hereby officially designate May 2026 as Community Action Month, acknowledging the significant contributions of Central Susquehanna Opportunities Incorporated, also known as CSO to the community, signed unanimously by the Commissioners. And the second proclamation is Northumberland County Mental Health Awareness Month. Whereas May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and in 1949, Mental Health Month was set up in order to raise awareness about different aspects of mental health. Whereas mental health is an essential part of overall well-being of all Americans, and it's important to raise awareness and understanding of mental health conditions. Whereas mental health cannot wait. Taking action for your personal mental well-being, whether by setting boundaries, reaching out for support, or practicing self-care, can make a lasting difference. This Mental Health Month, prioritize yourself and explore resources that are available to help build resilience, manage challenges, and thrive. And whereas Mental Health Awareness Month 2026, America's theme is Turn Awareness into Action, encourage individuals and communities to move beyond understanding and take meaningful steps to improve mental health and well-being. And whereas the County of Northumberland provides mental health support to its residents by providing clinical counseling and case management services from BHIDS, Children and Youth Services, Department of Aging Services, drug and alcohol resources, and rehabilitation options within county jails, and support outside services such as nationwide 988 suicide and crisis assistance hotline, and grant services for mental health co-responders for local police. Be it proclaimed, Northumberland County Commissioners of Northumberland County, Pennsylvania, that the month of May 2026 is Mental Health Awareness Month in all communities of Northumberland County, and they urge all citizens to join in promoting mental health awareness, reducing stigma, and supporting those in need. Signed by the Commissioners.
So what I would like to do is if there's anyone here from the Community Action Month that would like to speak, and then we'll stay afterwards, and Francis has his new camera. We'll be taking some pictures. Is there anyone that wants is there someone here? Okay.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you for the recognition. May is Community Action Month. It's celebrated nationally. For the first time, CSO requested proclamations from each of our commissioners, and I'm happy to say that all three counties did sign. So this is the second one we received. So I thank you for your continued support of the work that we do in the community. We'll be celebrating this month with some additional activities, including some additional food distributions. We're partnering with Temple University ready to host an energy summit at Bloomsburg University on May 14th, and we'll be doing some other additional giveaways and things to support the community. So as we continue to see increased needs, especially around food and housing, I just wanted to come today to let you know CSO will continue to be here supporting the residents of Northumberland County in those areas. So thank you.
Thank you very
Appreciate
much.
you also, yes. And the mental health awareness, someone, Manny,
Chris,
And we have Chris.
did you want to say something about the May 7th and the clock tower? I've been getting asked about it. Sorry for putting you on the spot.
Thank you for acknowledging again. We were here last month and talking about mental health awareness. Many thanks to the commissioners and the staff for lighting up the clock tower. I haven't been over yet to take a picture in the evening, but I'm sure that it's lit now. We really, really appreciate that. We distributed hundreds and hundreds of light bulbs for the community to participate as well in this effort. So many thanks for your acknowledgement and for the proclamation.
To get folks to wear green on May 7th, right?
May 7th, wear green. That's the actual Children's Mental Health Awareness Day is May 7th. So thanks very much.
thank you.
So we still need to vote on accepting the proclamations.
First and second it?
No, yeah, but we need to vote.
Then we are on the question, and then we're going to vote. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, a motion is needed authorizing travel requests and attendance at the following workshop seminars as in accordance with County Personnel Manual Travel Reimbursement Policy. These include BHIDS, Children and Youth, and the prison.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, we on the solicitors? Solicitors report, Mr. Rovito.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. At this time, we're going to need a motion on Resolution 13- Resolution of Northumberland County of the 27 funding $1,100 Mount Carmel Borough Lower Anthracite Transportation System, also known as LATS.
Moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We need a motion to adopt Resolution R14-26, which is an agreement between Northumberland County Board of Commissioners on behalf of the Planning Department and the Highway Safety Network, Inc. for execution and distribution of the PennDOT grants for Police Traffic Services Program and District 3 Community Traffic Safety Project, CTSP.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We're going to need a motion to adopt Resolution R15-26, agreements, amendments, revisions, grants, leases, and reports between the Northumberland County Commissioners on behalf of Human, Senior, and Social Services and the named service providers as listed, and that's going to be items 1 through 11. And it's to be noted these agreements, amendments, revisions, grants, leases, and reports are not with any county employees, nor does the organizational contract list county employees as principals in their corporation or on their board of directors.
So moved.
Seconded.
On the question, all in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
At this time, is there any old business? Hearing and seeing none, any new business? And a last opportunity for public input.
Yes.
Reminder for everybody here, Tanya, you can come up. But so for everybody here, make sure please that you have signed in and make sure your names are written legibly so that we have accurate minutes kept. Thanks.
Good afternoon. Oop, do I go? Okay, sorry. Hi, my name is Tiana Cabillas. I'm a CSIU Local 668 member, and I work for Northumberland County Area Aging, CON Aging. Currently, the County Department of Human Services workers represented by the Local 668 are in contract negotiations. So far, we have had 5 bargaining sessions with the Northumberland County and have not reached a tentative agreement on any of these items. The bargaining team's proposals would help with the recruitment and the retention of qualified human services staff, but so far, the county lawyer has rejected all of them. Our proposals are nothing out of the ordinary. They consist of language found in many other collective bargaining agreements, language that establishes a uniform process for implementing policies, reducing grievances by aligning management and employees. I have worked at the county for 9.5 years. The Department of Aging is a vast system with many parts, including independent living assessments, long-term care, community supports, and support for family caregivers. It takes time to become proficient at all these areas. That proficiency comes from years on-the-job experience. Unfortunately, since December, my agency and several other agencies have lost many employees. If they felt respected and supported by the county, they might have even gone to other departments and stayed with the county longer. When dedicated employees leave public services because they feel unappreciated, the county residents suffer. Retention and recruitment of qualified staff should be a key priority in this county. In the addition of rejecting our proposals and refusing our offer counter proposals, the county lawyer has been extremely condescending towards us. One of our proposals included seniority language to protect workers in future, and he rejected the employees, saying that we are lazy. The workers in our bargaining unit are dedicated public servants who serve the county's most vulnerable populations. These workers deserve to be treated with respect and recognition for the difficult job that they do. When we meet these people on some of their worst days, we help them navigate through complex systems, address their needs, and ultimately try to help improve their quality of life. I'm asking you, as the county commissioners, to speak with the lawyer representing the county, to demand that we return to the table, to take our proposal seriously, and to speak with us with respect. I thank you for your time in this matter.
So I'd like to comment, because I speak with the lawyer continuously, and I'm not sure, I will start attending negotiations, okay? But I'm not sure there's cooperation either way on the proposal, because the proposal I got right here has not changed. And I would like to see the human service people work 40 hours. I think that would help you get more money. But when we come and we asked, and I don't want to negotiate here, but you're here, I don't know if you are aware, we pay your medical insurance for family two-party, which family insurance is $38,000. So whatever you're making, if you're making $40,000 or $50,000, add $38,000, because that's what it cost us to do that. That's not I mean, we have probably the best insurance, and I would like to continue to have our employees have that. But when we negotiate and they tell me the proposal is $4 an hour increase and there's no budging on it, I'm not sure who's not negotiating in good faith. So I will start coming, because I have everything down and everything highlighted that you are asking that you're not budgeting on. I mean, birthdays off. Is that something we even want to talk about? Let's break it down. And again, I don't want to negotiate here, but let's break it down to the real things we're all interested in, and I think we could come to a happy medium. But you guys have to, the unions have to also look at where we are, and everybody, so we can announce today. Last week, we made a proposal that we're going to freeze all budgets for next year, for 27. So none of the budgets will increase over what they were in 26. And we're at a point in our budget when we are looking at the money that where we are at millage. So we can come up with something, but I think both sides have to work together. And again, I don't know when yous are meeting again, but I will make sure the lawyer, I'm not there, I'll make sure he's negotiating in good faith, because I'd love to settle it. Listen, Joe and myself, Megan wasn't a teacher, but we dealt with a lot of things what you do in human service, children and youth, area aging. We're both, listen, we're at a point now, the two of us, we are area aging, I just saw yesterday, came out on the internet, our list of people that have died who graduated we have a list of how many, Joe? It was horrendous, the number of people.
I really don't like to think about that, Sam.
Well, but I'm just saying, we're aware of what you do. I know we went out with children and youth. I'm not sure I ever went out with anybody in area aging, but I know I've made calls to get oil for heat for mostly, and it's whatever reason, women who run out of oil in the winter, and I run and got oil. So I know where we are with that stuff, but let's negotiate both sides, because we're not at a point we can give a $4 an hour increase when we give our non-union people 50-cent increases or 75 cents. So let's both negotiate with good terms, and then I think we'll be able to settle something, okay? All right, thank you for coming. Anyone else?
The other thing is, you're a lot older than I am, too, so, whatever.
True, true. Anyone else? Yep.
Al Postupak, I'm property manager with the Cedarcog Joint Rail Authority. Cedarcog Joint Rail Authority owns about 130 miles of railroad, 230 miles of railroad in central Pennsylvania, including the North Shore Railroad. We've been working for about a year to develop a scope and a budget for a Consolidated Rail Infrastructure and Safety Improvement Grant, or a CRISI grant. It's a federal grant, which is due June 22nd, 2026. With this grant, we are looking to invest about $13 million on the North Shore Railroad, with a lot of that being in Northumberland County, including 4 miles of rail replacement. As I said, total project cost is $13 million. JRA will match that with approximately $4 million. What we are asking of the county today is if you could provide a letter of support to us. We're going around asking counties, industry, municipalities, et cetera, for letters of support for this grant so we could submit it with our June 22nd application. If you are so willing to submit this letter of support, we ask that you submit it by June 5th, 2026, and we're also happy to meet with you separately outside of a meeting to discuss this project in further depth if you so choose. So also happy to answer any questions that you may have at this time.
I think Megan is working on that, and again, we're not, and we already talked about it, I don't think we're ready to do a letter of support, even though it sounds so great, until we hear all sides, and I think Megan has people coming in tomorrow and then next week, and then, we want anything that's good for Northumberland County, but sometimes people ask for letters of support and we don't know the whole story. So before we decide we're going to write anything and with our signatures on, we want to make sure we know the whole story. We're going to listen to some tomorrow. I think we have another one coming in, Megan, right?
I think we received some documentation, and we have people coming tomorrow, but also if you want to come to a work session, we'd be glad to have you explain more about the specific grant.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Anyone else? No? We can adjourn? Okay, then I make a motion to adjourn. Joe, the motion, so moved. Thanks, everyone, for coming.
And don't forget your picture.